supporting actress is next, and
It's your pick
I go
first, yeah.
first. Do I do it? Do I do the out? Do I go for the winner? No, sorry.
You won't.
I'm gonna know Zoe Love right now. Maybe she'll get a shout later. I'm gonna grab Saoirse Ronan and Blitz.
Sorry. You do it again. Turn up my collar, whatever the weather, you'll be with me. Wherever I go, we'll be together, just you and me. I wrap myself in a warm, sunny you, not to feel blue. My winter coat is you.
She's my girl. Gotta give her
Wow.
love. Gotta support her. I think I liked this movie a lot more than
Yeah.
most people. I did see it in a theater, which I think heavily contributed to it. It was an Apple TV film, and it's like a crazy sound experience if you can actually, you know, be in a movie theater and feel those bombs coming down on you. But Saoirse Ronan, I think like singing, crying, just working her ass off. I didn't get a chance to check out The Outrun, but I really enjoyed her in this movie. And as a supporting actress performance, maybe you could argue it's lead, but she was campaigning in the Oscars for supporting. So
Right. I think she's good in it. Just screen time, I feel like is a little bit limited, but I like that pick a lot. I was not expecting that from you, but I mean, Saoirse is great and everything. This may be a hot take. I think the little kid performance in that movie, not very good. I wasn't a fan. So I think that brings it down, but I thought she was
I've
very,
said
very
many a
good.
thing about a child acting performance. I don't need to, you know, my thoughts
No
probably.
apologies necessary. But yeah, love that for Saoirse. For my first pick, I assume this is on your list. Maybe you weren't going to pick it though, but I'm going to take Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. I think, like I said earlier, I think her and Brody's performances specifically were ones that really I was impressed by. And with her too, she has a lot less screen time than Brody. So she brings in kind of the emotion off the bat, just with them being separated for so long and then trying to figure things back out to, try to get, back together. But their dynamic is super strange, and she's just dealing with a lot as well with, their niece who she has to take care of. So all of the different character relationships I thought were really interesting, and then of course too, I mean, you have the AI accent stuff. So I guess that plays into a little bit, but not really. I think her accent is very good throughout, um, and yeah, it's like deep emotional shit. So shout out Felicity Jones. I know she's obviously won an Oscar in the past, I believe, or at least nommed for that Stephen Hawking movie. But she's awesome in Star Wars, and she's awesome in this. So I think I'm just a big fan of her.
The Theory of Everything is the movie you're
Yeah,
thinking
Mr.
of.
Redmayne. I think he won. I don't know if she did.
In 2014, she was nominated. She lost to Julianne Moore for Still Alice in Best Actress.
Nice.
Rosamund Pike also nominated that year for Gone Girl.
She was also very good.
Pretty good performance. Felicity Jones was in my list, Kody. She was probably my next pick here.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't probably go her number one was the first time I watched the movie, and I have seen this movie 3 times now. The first time I watched the movie, her
Wow.
performance didn't quite click for me. Her and Joe Alwyn were like the two things I was kind of butting up against,
It's fair.
performance wise. And then second time around, they both worked for me, and especially in that like one long take scene where she comes in and has the big confrontation. I think she's really great.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
And the fact that it all plays out in one long unbroken take is really impressive. They're both really powerful.
Yeah. Oh, that ending scene is my favorite of her from the movie. Just pissed off, and rightfully so. But yeah, just pure emotion at the ending for sure.
And surprises like I think a lot of people have her in like the 5 slot in this category for the Oscars. Like really no shot of winning.
I would take Felicity over, I think,
Zoe Saldana.
pretty much everybody. Yeah. Zoe's good, but I don't think I'd give her an Oscar personally.
My next nomination is going to be Anjanou Ellis Taylor for Nickel Boys. One of my favorite movies of the year. I think the only like acting performance that I would really nominate in this, and it is a very small role. She really has like three scenes I want to say, like where she's prominently featured, but like they are very powerful. And the thing about this movie being POV, she's looking straight into the camera. She's got to bare her soul to you. And she plays the grandmother of the main character, kind of when he has to leave and go to this prison juvenile camp, and when she goes to visit him, like all of her scenes are just like really, really great.
Yeah, that is one too. I've not checked out, unfortunately, but the camera work is the thing that interests me. I think most with watching that, but I think that would be strange for some actors, like looking into the camera, like in that POV role. That is awesome, and I love. I feel like older women don't get nominated that much either. So shout out to that. We need more of that.
She does have previously a Best Actress in the Supporting Role nomination.
Oh yeah,
for what movie?
Well, why was she snubbed this year then? What the hell? Come on, Academy.
Oh yeah, it was just a few years ago for King Richard. Of course, she plays the wife.
Oh, I actually never saw that. Dang, I should. Okay. Shout out sports movies. My next pick, I think I'm going to take Margaret Qualley for The Substance. Again, second time Qualley's coming up here. This is probably my favorite performance of her from this year. Obviously, you have the crazy body horror stuff with her and Demi, and her just dealing with that, from a horror perspective. You have to, the screams and the scares a little bit, but also just like the deeper, emotional stuff. I feel like Demi Moore does get a lot of that, but I feel like as the movie goes on and Qualley kind of takes over.
It's my biggest argument against like a Demi Moore just outright win is how much Margaret Qualley really powers this movie.
Yeah, I don't really understand how she's categorized as the lead and then Qualley's supporting, but obviously it's awards mumbo jumbo.
So in your opinion, you think they should be both supporting, no lead?
I guess in theory they should be both lead, but I just wanted to pick Qualley for supporting.
No, I do not blame you for a little category manipulation here, Kody.
You have to. I mean, if we're talking about noms and Oscars, it's all simultaneous.
It's a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, Margaret Qualley is kind of the next big thing, I think, and this year really cemented that for me.
Nepo baby.
Hell yeah, go check out our Nepo baby episodes. I might pick another Nepo baby here shortly, but yeah, she was awesome. I had to include her.
I just don't love that movie a ton, really. Like,
I kind of agree.
Not my favorite.
It's not my favorite by any means. Like, I think the horror elements I don't like a ton, but just like the performances, I really enjoyed.
I think there are so many great horror movies that aren't like better. And I don't know. It's just like,
I agree.
It didn't feel necessarily new, and there are some very important ideas about women in Hollywood. It's also a very fucking long movie, and it hits you over the head with it like 30,000 times and drags on. And
you just said you watched The Brutalist 3 times, and you're saying this is a long movie.
I know, but like The Brutalist has, I feel like a lot, like each bit of the, like I think that's the story is you can gain something every time. If I watch The Substance 3 times, I think I get the idea the first time around.
You get grossed out by something new each time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I watched Hellraiser 2 from 1980 whatever, and it's got the same body horror. Like it's the same. Like this isn't groundbreaking, I feel like. And I know that sounds like pretentious or whatever, but The Substance is getting love because it's French.
Shout out the Frenchies.
The French invasion at the Oscars this year.
Millie Press too.
Honora winning Cannes. That's what started it all.
There you go. It never ends. What's your next pick?
This is tough. I think I'm gonna grab Monica Barbaro in A Complete Unknown, which honestly wouldn't be surprised if she wins. There is a world where I could see a little upset performance in this category if the Emilia Perez stink is that bad. I don't think it is, but if Zoe suffers the fate, Monica Barbaro is probably running in the 2 slot right now at the Oscars. Timmy's great in that movie. He also had 5 years to like craft that and figure that out. Monica Barbaro had a year, a lot less time to figure out how to basically be just as great of a singer and to match the persona of Joan Baez extremely well. It is definitely a supporting performance because in this movie, the female characters do not have a lot of agency, but I think Monica Barbaro gives a lot of life to the limited dialogue she has and, is able to convey a ton of emotion on her face. The scene where they're playing together on stage.
Just fuck off and sing.
Away from at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone, never weak, but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door. It ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
I mean, it's basically a perfect match for like what happened in real life, but I think she kind of eats Timmy's lunch a little bit.
Ooh, shots fired.
And also, like, I don't know. I'm gonna nominate Timmy later, but not for that movie. Let's just say, if you don't, like, I don't know, watch the movie I'm Still Here, or whatever the hell it's. I'm Not Here. The Todd Haynes one. Kate Blanchett plays that era of Bob Dylan like way better than Timothée Chalamet does. So once you've seen that, it's like, what are you doing, Timmy?
You can't top it. Yeah, shout out Kate. But it's a fun pick. I've seen some of the scenes with them singing and stuff, and like you said, I mean, she's awesome just from that perspective. So I would be down for her to kind of swoop in and steal that from Zoe, but I don't know if we'll get that. But I will definitely be rooting for it. My next one, I'm gonna pick another Nepo baby here back to back. This was my number one Nepo baby. I'm taking Maya Hawke from Inside Out 2.
I considered it.
Yeah, I think for me, this was my favorite part of the movie. And I do like the first Inside Out a bunch. This one kind of just focused on, Riley, on the hockey team, which seems maybe a bit too focused for me. But I thought obviously the inclusion of Maya Hawke as an anxiety was the scene stealer for sure. And obviously kind of the anxiety attack scene. Just I thought her voice work, throughout was really great. So again, the Nepo babies are taking over. And give me more of Maya Hawke and animated stuff. I think she's got a really great voice.
I think she is really good in this movie. She's extremely well cast.
Yeah, I was a bit underwhelmed by Inside Out, but she brought it up for me
Too.
A good amount.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take Zoe Saldana. Like, she is really good. I know, but it's like
she's
we love
good.
her.
She's good.
We love
her. Yeah, I love her. Franchise queen.
To me, again, when I watched it, I was like, Selena Gomez is really bad in this. This movie kind of sucks, but like Zoe Saldana is good. Like, she's a movie star who's getting a chance to be in a different type of movie that we haven't seen her do. She's been stuck in, yes, making billions of dollars, but like in Avatar, in the MCU, in whatever. So
Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly. If this means more outside the box, working with our tour directors, I'm all in for it, and just less French ones, I guess.
Less directed by French, Spanish musicals, but I agree. I would rather her see I would rather see her get a lot more serious roles going forward. I love her, as Gamora and as Ahura, but she's a really great actress, so she deserves kind of those better roles altogether. So I don't love the pick, but I can respect it. It's a good performance. My fourth one, I think it's pretty open. I'm gonna take. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Sophie Thatcher and Heretic for my fourth pick.
Nice.
I think maybe I'll bring up Heretic one other time for this episode, but I was kind of surprised just by the lack of cast, and I thought the religious dialogue was super interesting at the beginning of it, and that's mostly Sophie Thatcher, obviously with Hugh Grant, kind of just going back and forth, and their battle of the wits was really what drew me into this movie. Obviously, I think she's awesome. She's already been in Companion this year. I think, she had a tiny role in Maxine, which I mentioned already. So she had a really fun year, but I just think she's one of these up and coming from the small stuff that I've seen her in, and especially Heretic, that she's just been really, really awesome.
Did I say she get cast in something else too? I mean, she's in Yellow Jackets, which I think is about to come back.
Gotcha.
Soon, but
I wouldn't be surprised if she gets similar to like Zendaya.
She's gonna be in the
and other stuff.
DCU probably, or whatever the hell they're calling it these
Love that.
days.
Make her the magic girl. Zathura? That's not it. It's something like
Good movie.
I haven't seen it. Shout out Favreau. But yeah, cast her as the witch lady. You guys know what I'm talking about. Zatanna. That's what it is.
Oh, of course.
She should be Zatanna. Yeah, I think that would be really fun casting. But yeah, in Heretic, I mean, I think to go up, head to head with Hugh Grant in this movie was not an easy thing to do. And the fact that she pulled that off, I thought was very impressive.
All right, my last pick here is gonna be tough. Honestly, it's none of these nothing I like love. I'm gonna be 100% honest, but I'm gonna go Aubrey Plaza in Megapolis. Just one of the more fun performances of the year. Maybe this is her doing a little inside campaigning, and the fact that I saw the movie and I walked out and then she was there at the theater. Didn't talk to her, but I think that really had a great impression on me. And like there's a lot of weird stuff going on in that movie, but she's having a great time.
Yeah, she's having fun. I think this may be your worst category of picks. This is pretty bad. But pretty bad movies, I guess. But she's awesome. I mean, Aubrey Plaza, I don't hate her. How can you hate her? I think she's very lovable. And
do you remember her character's name, Kody?
In Megalopolis? No, I have no idea. I erased that movie from my mind.
Wow, Platinum.
Yeah, that is right. I didn't even remember it was something stupid, but yeah, now that you say that, that's definitely right.
Remember, she's like a news lady, and
I remember her.
Reports, and
she's memorable.
John Voight.
Yeah, she's good. She's good in it, but
getting shot.
Movie just really sucks. I think that is my least favorite of the year. Shout out.
Razzie. Francis Ford Coppola had a lot to say about the Razzies.
Deserved, yeah. Give him all the awards because he's being a baby about it too. But
he said thank you.
Yeah, if you're a good sport, I mean, that's all that matters. But that movie deserves a lot of Razzies. For my last pick, I think I'm going to take Alicia Weir, who, if you remember, Korbin, is from Abigail. She is.
Oh, the girl.
She is Abigail. Yeah, I thought she was really fun, and especially, I mean, you went on a couple rants about this too, but if you go into the movie like not knowing kind of the plot twist that was given away in the trailer, it makes it a lot better. That's kind of how I went into the movie. So I didn't really know a ton about this little girl. Then obviously her transformation into this vampire. I think just from a kid acting perspective, I was really impressed on kind of just the dialogue that she had. And the physical performance of jumping on dudes and eating people. I thought everything that she had with that role, and it was a lot. She did really well. So I wanted to shout out her as an underrated one.
Yeah, this is kind of like a Megan-esque performance, some might say.
I would say so.
But yeah, very physical. She's jumping around, killing people. I like this as a 10 pick, Kody.
She'd be a good like X-23 recast. I think that'd be fun.
Are we picking Felicity Jones as the winner here?
I think that would be good. What was your first pick again?
I took Saoirse Ronan.
Oh yeah.
And then I mean, I like Anjani Ellis-Taylor, of course, but you haven't seen that. I think Felicity Jones would be fair here.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. She's awesome.
I'm not going Zoe Saldana. I'm sorry. Before we move on, honorable mentions for supporting actress, Kody. Any?
I had Ariana Grande for Wicked. She probably should have made the list, but again, she's kind of a co-lead anyways.
It was a little tough for me. Like Ginny Slate, It Ends With Us. I didn't like that movie, but I think she was one of the bright spots for me. She's really great. Playing off of Blake Lively, always bringing in a little bit of humor. The back-to-back Marcel Lachelle and It Ends With Us run she's on is going crazy. And then Renate Renizve, who was the lead of Worst Person in the World, and also she's a supporting actress in A Different Man. She's kind of playing the same character as in The Worst Person in the World a little bit. So that's maybe why I didn't pick her to get the actual nomination, but I think she's really great doing that shtick.
Hey, if you're good at something, why change? If it ain't broke.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.